What's going on, people? Welcome to Two Will Talk. I'm Liam. This is my first kind of face to the camera video for my blog, for my channel. So welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming and watching. I'm just going to get straight into it though. So on Two Will Talk, I'm going to be talking about all things to do with two wheels, hence the name and the play on words. Hope you like that. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about gear that I think and that I have that's essential for any new rider. If you don't really know what gear to get, or because there's so much to get, what bits do you actually need? So let's just talk about that. I'm going to start with the most basic piece of gear, and it's the only one legal requirement, and that's a helmet. I've got two helmets. They're not my first helmets. They won't be my last helmets, but they're the two helmets I have at the moment. They're both mine, both very similar, both by the same manufacturer, Box, which is a British helmet maker. These helmets are not the same. And I say that not because of the obvious design differences. They are not in the same league. And it's important for you to get the right helmet. I'm telling you, this helmet saved my life. I wouldn't put my life in the hands of this helmet, although I still wear it. But if I had to, I wouldn't. So let me tell you about this helmet, the Box BX1 Scope. This is my favourite helmet. It's not my lucky helmet, but I love this helmet because it saved my life. Or at least I believe it saved my life, and it probably did. There's no question about it, it saved me. So what should you be looking for when you get a helmet? I personally only recommend full face helmets. You could get an open face helmet, but normally the sides of your head, your face, your chin is such an important part of your head, of your jaw. You need to protect it. The open face helmet ain't gonna do nothing for you. I don't care what bike you're riding, Harley, whatever. If you come off that, it's game over. But a helmet like this wouldn't look too cool on a Harley, so I can understand. A flip front helmet, they're cool, but at the same time, the ice cream van still comes round here. It's typical, you start recording, the ice cream van comes, starts playing his jingle, and he plays it for long as well. Alright, so yeah, the flip front helmet, put me off my stride, man. That's the ice cream van. The the flip front helmet, jeez. I ain't even gonna edit that out, you know, that's long. The flip front helmet, yeah, is good. It has its positives because you get similar protection as the full face helmet, but you also get the added benefit of being able to flip up the helmet whenever you want to. So let's say it's a really nice and sunny day, and you want to feel the breeze in your face. You want to, you know, be less restricted, because the full face helmet does restrict your vision somewhat. And also things like pulling up at the petrol station. There's nothing more annoying than the attendant tapping on the window and saying, you know, like, "Oh, take off my helmet." Okay, yeah, thanks. I'm really going to run and, you know, drive away with petrol. They got number plate scanners and all sorts of stuff. You're not going to get very far, are you? But, you know, whatever. So you got to take off your helmet if you've got a full face helmet. So the flip up helmet is good there. However, it's got too many moving parts which make it weak. The full face helmet has no moving parts apart from the visor, and you can crash without the visor, and the strength and integrity of the helmet itself will not be compromised. However, with a flip front helmet, it's got a hinge right here and a hinge right here. If I was to rip that back, that hinge would break, I guarantee. When you hit the ground or a wall or a car with impact, this part of the helmet, your chin and all this part of your face, is going to be vulnerable because of that weakness. If you hit whatever it is hard enough, that's going to smash. The integrity of that helmet is going to be crippled. That's my opinion. It's not necessarily a scientific fact. I know they've been tested to rigorous standards and stuff, but the reality of it is, and any good bike instructor, training center or whatever will tell you the same, that the flip face helmet is good, it has its advantages, but it's got a weakness. And that hinge is its weakness, that extra moving part. A full face helmet is the strongest and the best. Okay, disadvantages of it, it restricts your vision. You can see here at the sides, your vision will be restricted, where an open face helmet or a flip front helmet would not restrict you there. It's hot as well, especially this helmet is a really good, well insulated winter helmet, because you get summer and winter helmets. The helmet on the floor that I don't really like is a summer helmet, and I'll show you some of the differences about that in a second. So it does get hot, it does get sweaty. This helmet, you cannot remove the insides. Actually, no, that's a lie. You can only remove this liner, but you cannot remove the cheeks here, or any of this stuff, or the sweatband. Actually, no, you can remove the sweatband on this one, so it's not too bad. Can you remove the sweatband? No, sorry, you can't remove the sweatband on this one. So it gets a bit spotty around here sometimes. Apart from that, good helmet. Box BX1 Scope. Cost me about £79–80. Best helmet I've ever had. Before I leave, I'll tell you what happened to me. I was riding home late one night. I was finishing work at a youth club. It was about 10:15, 10:30. I was riding from Harlow back to London. I say London. I was riding back to Buckhurst Hill, which is kind of east of London. Anyway, so I was riding back from there, and it was pouring down with rain. It was like September or October time. Wasn't too cold, but it was pouring down with rain. The water, the road had like a film of water in it, so I was riding very cautiously. I was riding a Yamaha YBR 125. That was my bike at the time, and I had previously, in good weather, a couple of times gone round corners quite quickly, roundabouts quite quickly, in good weather, and felt the back wheel starting to come out from underneath me, and had to rectify the lean. It didn't come off, but I could feel the bike sliding out and losing traction in good weather, dry road conditions. So in the rain, I did not want to risk it. The tyres on the YBR 125 are about as thick as that, you know, they're nothing. So I'm going really cautiously around a bend that I've ridden 100 times on the way home, on the way to work. But not wanting to lean it and low side the bike, slide it out underneath me, I was pretty much going in a straight line around this bend. The foot pegs, or the foot peg of the YBR, got stuck on the curb and sent me straight over the handlebars, and I hit the curb head first. I think maybe my hands hit the curb first, but I hit the ground with such force that I guess my elbows just bent in and my head hit the ground. Or maybe my head hit the ground first. I'm not too sure, it happened so quickly. But my head definitely took the brunt of the impact, because that was where I felt the most. I didn't feel any pain because I had the helmet on, but that was where I felt the most force of hitting the ground. And it hit the ground right here, excuse me, where you can see all that scratching. Notice that the helmet's still in very good condition. And there was a stone about that big, a round stone, wedged between the helmet here and the visor. Now you can see the space between the helmet and the visor is like nothing. It's like an A4 piece of paper can just about get in there, and it's not easy to pry it or pull it away from the plastic. But there was a stone wedged in between there and there, and if I didn't have this helmet on, that stone would have been stuck in my forehead. So yeah, high praise for the Box BX1 Scope helmet. If you can, try it on at a dealership. I got this at the same time as my YBR, so I tried it on. I felt it was comfortable. It feels good quality. It's got a good weight to it. It feels solid. The reason I say all that is because after that accident, I got a new helmet, because obviously after you have an accident with the helmet, you should replace it. Now I have worn that other Box BX1 helmet again and again because it done the business when I needed it. And this new helmet that I got, another Box, not a BX1, it was like a BX5 or something, I don't know which model it was. This does not doesn't fill my, doesn't fill me with confidence that it's going to do the job. for a few main reasons. It feels a bit lighter, it feels a bit cheaper. It's starting to deteriorate. I haven't had it as long as the BX1. It hasn't been in any accidents, it hasn't been dropped, and it's just deteriorating. Like that's there. This bit, that's the mouth bit, always kind of comes undone by itself. It just kind of rides up after a while. Inside the helmet, this little bit here always starts to come loose. It's meant to come out so you can clean the helmet. But look at that, you can see that it's all coming down. Like the glue, that's the glue. I've never even seen that happening before, but there's the glue. So you know what I mean? It's just like cheaply put together. Now, I didn't buy this from a shop. I bought it online. It was either Amazon or eBay. So I suspect this could be a fake helmet or just a very cheap model of their helmets. Now, I think this one's a summer helmet because it's got a lot more ventilation than the BX one. It's got ventilation there, 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 here, here, and here. The box BX1 has about 2 or 3 points of ventilation, and that's it. Also, with this helmet, the cheeks are removable. So they've got like a little popper that you just pop. You can see it there, and it comes out, and you can put it through the wash and stuff like that, which is really convenient. But I'd rather have the strength and integrity of a solid helmet that doesn't come apart in so many places. Just like I was saying about the flip front helmet. I like the full face helmet because it's going to give me the most protection, and I'm wearing a helmet for the protection, and then secondly the designs. I had a black and red bike, so I've got black and red helmets. So when it comes to a helmet, get a good helmet. Make sure it's got these marks on it, either the British Racing Motorcycle Sport Standard or the ECE R2205. This has got both, apparently. Get those. Those are the standards that motorcycle helmets are tested to. So if it doesn't have those standards, it's probably not going to do the business. There are some disturbing videos on YouTube about fake helmets that are going around that I think they do have the right marks on them, but they're just fake and they don't stand up to the test. The shells crack and all sorts of stuff. So try and stay away from them. Try and get it from a reputable dealer if you can. The prices are more expensive though. I got that second BX helmet for £40 with free postage and packaging, and my first one was like £79, so double the price but double the quality. Alright, next I'm going to talk about gloves real quick. Get some good gloves. These are summer gloves. They're made by Scholler. They're not hard to find, and they've got really good protection. They've got knuckle armour, finger armour. They've got studs on the hands as well. I recommend getting studded ones with studs on the hands, because when I've come off my bike before and my hands went down first and scraped along, you can see one of the studs ripped off. If I didn't have studs there, that would have been leather ripping there. So those gloves are still good to go. Wear them. Maybe get 2 pairs of gloves, because these are good, but in the cold and the rain they're not too good. They're like summer gloves, so they've got no like padding or anything thermal inside. Inside here, inside the knuckle, they've got like a gel which is really nice and soft, so when you have an impact your knuckles don't get hurt. So that's a really nice feeling, but doesn't keep your fingers warm. And your fingers, I've found, riding in rain, snow, all that stuff, your fingers get majorly cold. And when you're like that for like an hour or two and you come off your bike, you can't really open your hands. It's a bit mad. So get some winter gloves that have got some like thermal padding in them or something, and have some summer gloves too, because you don't want your hands being too sweaty in the summer. But apart from these are really good. When they get wet though, the leather soaks. It just gets soaked, and it's like it's an awful feeling having soaking wet leather stuck to your hand. Not a good feeling. Okay, next up, get some boots. These are made by Heinz Juriek. They're not my first pair of boots. I had a pair of Frank Thomas boots, both reputable boot makers. This one has a bit of armour on the edge here. It has a rubberized foot top for changing gear. It's got some, this is not armour, but it's like padded thickness there. It's so important, get ones with ankle protection. See, it's got a hardened ankle in there. One time I was riding my bike, I came off, hardened toes and ankle, like heels as well. Definitely get them, because one time I was riding my bike, came off on some ice on a roundabout. My toe, my right foot got caught. My toe got caught in between the rear brake lever and something, the engine, and my whole big toenail got broken right down to the cuticle. So right down to the base of my big toenail got broken, bleeding everything, and my ankle got crushed by the bike. And if I didn't have boots with such good ankle protection, it weren't these boots, it was another pair, but this one still got them, my ankle probably would have been broken. I see people with trainers, like I've seen someone with flip-flops, not on a motorbike, but on a moped. I've seen some stuff. I've seen people with Crocs. Just don't wear them. Just get some decent boots. You can get boots that are shorter, fair enough. Just get ones with ankle and toe protection, I'm telling you, because when your ankle breaks, yeah, you're not going to be happy. So definitely get some good boots. Also, they're waterproof, you know, they're cool. They look cool when you got your leathers on and all that good stuff. I didn't even buy these boots actually. I took them from my dad because he's a biker, he's a rider. He's got a Kawasaki ZZR 600 2002 model, but he doesn't really ride anymore. So I confiscated his boots. And my first pair of boots, I didn't even buy them either. My cousin, I think he sold his bike, but he kept his boots, or he had a bike, but he wasn't wearing the boots. He was just wearing trainers. So he gave me his boots, so I haven't had to buy a pair of boots, luckily enough, because they're like 100 and 150 quid for a good pair of boots like that. Next up, jacket. Get a good jacket. I've actually got two jackets. My favourite jacket is this one. It's an all leather Weiss motorcycle jacket. It has an inside pocket for a back protector, like a spine protector. It has a leather trim pockets, a lovely quilted interior. It has Armour on the shoulders, Armour on the elbows. It has a ribbed bottom here, so you can have a bit of flexibility. At the back, at the bottom, it's got like these padded bits. They're not armoured, they're just padded, but it looks cool and it feels nice and snug. At the front, it's got 4 zip pockets. They're not very deep, but you can keep quite a few things in there. I keep my keys, my license, sweets, anything you can keep in there. They're quite good, but they're not very deep. They're about a hand's depth, like they're a bit shallow. So that's a really good jacket. I love it. It's really good in the rain and the cold. I can't feel any rain or cold, and I'll just go out in a t-shirt on a cold day and have that leather jacket and be fine. On a hot day, leather is so sweaty. You really have to unzip it so it's not touching your skin, because it gets very sticky. I have a sensitive neck, so I don't want the sticky, sweaty leather against my neck. So I undo it. So it does get very sweaty in the summer, in the heat. But for the cold, the rain is excellent, and it looks good too. My other jacket is an that jacket as well, that Weiss jacket, that leather one. Look on eBay, right? I'm telling you, I got that jacket for like £27 and £7 postage, so like £32 in total, or something ridiculous, like £35 in total. And it's like brand new condition. It had the Armour in it. I can't fault it. It's a wicked jacket for 30 something pounds, you know. I think the guy probably was a bit maybe upset. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't upset. Maybe he just wanted to get rid of it. But look on eBay for a motorcycle jacket, a good one like that. You will not be disappointed. You know, all of this gear can be expensive. All of my stuff I've got relatively cheap or got off of friends. Like this jacket, my dad got it for me for like my birthday or Christmas years ago. But I kept it in good condition, even when I didn't have a bike. You know what I mean? Just put it away and not regretted it. This bike, this jacket, before I had this, I was layering up like a windbreaker and a woolen jacket and a t-shirt and a jumper all underneath, and the wind was cutting right through it. I wasn't really getting wet unless it was really soaking, like pouring with rain. Then I would get soaked to the soaked to the core. But the wind was cutting through it, man, even at like 50, 40, especially at 70. Yes, my YBR could do 70. But as soon as I got this jacket, I did not feel the wind again. I did not feel the rain again. And I was so impressed with this jacket. My favourite is the leather jacket because it looks a bit cooler. This one's quite a long jacket, so it looks kind of like you're going hiking or something. So yeah, for looks, I like the leather jacket. And it still does the business as well. But this jacket, I cannot fault it at all. It still looks cool. Feels good to wear. It feels really good to wear. It feels really comfortable, snug. It's warm. It's waterproof. Everything. It's got a lot of pockets. It's got a pocket here, here on the chest. It's got a pocket inside. Where is it? Here. It's got an internal pocket. You can slide things in there. I normally keep my license and important things in there. It's got pockets on the arms. If I could find them. Has it got pockets on the arms? I thought it had pockets on the arms. Okay, maybe it hasn't got pockets on the arms. C'est la vie. But it has got good pockets here. They've got a Velcro bit. And underneath the Velcro, it's got a zip part as well. So you can zip lock it, which is really good. Nothing's getting lost there. It's got rear armour plating, taking the impact. It's got forearm armour plating, shoulder and kind of bicep plating a bit. It's got a little bit of top shoulder, not armour, but you know, reinforced kind of padding. Yeah, really good jacket. This is the Heinz-Jariek NRG. Let's see, NRG Heinz-Jariek. Really good jacket, really nice jacket. I'm not sure how much that costs. It's probably about the 150 range, but it's a really good jacket. I definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend getting a jacket as well. You won't know how much you need protection from the wind until you're out there and the wind is hitting you. My YBR 125 was a naked bike, so no fairings, and the wind got me in the chest hard. All right, last piece of equipment, and this was my last thing. This is the last thing that I actually got, and that was trousers. For the longest while, I was doubling up like 2 pairs of jeans or a pair of jogging bottoms and a pair of jeans on top and stuff like that. But when it rains, your legs get soaked. It has no knee armour, so if your knees hit the ground, they're finished. Luckily, that never happened to me. I come off my bike a few times, low-sided a few times, high-sided a few times, never actually hurt my knees, so I was okay. But I've always wanted leather trousers, could never really find any that were within my price range. I always try to do things on a sensible budget, you know, so I'll show you the jeans that I've got, or the trousers that I've got. I've got them from, actually got them from eBay. Found a really good deal. They're made by a company called Texpeed, Texpeed. And they cost £69.99, so £70. Was it free delivery? I think it might have been. I've also seen them on Amazon as well. I've seen some good reviews about them before I got them, and I thought I would take the plunge and get them because I just wanted to, you know, get fully kitted out for when I get my bike. I mean, I've got my bike now. I've got a Kawasaki ER6F 650 or a Ninja 650R. That's what some people call it in the States and that. So I wanted to get some proper trousers. So let me show you these. They look cool. They're full leather. They've got this kind of lining here, which is like Kevlar lined underneath, I believe. That's the only part of it that's not leather, but I guess these parts have to be stretchy as well. So they're full leather. Whoops. At the back, you've got this ribbon for a bit of stretch, and you've also got this zip here. Now that zip here is really cool because it allows you to attach to your jacket. My wife's jacket actually has a zipper, so I could connect it to there and have a bit of an all-in-one kind of effect. The quality of these is really good. There's no bad stitching or anything. It just, yeah, quality is really good. At the back, they've got like that lining again so that your calf can stretch and stuff like that. Then at the knees, they've got ribbon and they've got the full CE approved knee armour here. Don't want to hit that too hard, hurt my knuckles. They've got that side panel there, so if you're getting your knee down or if you scrape against it, there's that protection there. And also the shin has protection as well, so your whole leg's protected pretty much. And also the thighs are padded as well. They're not CE armoured, but they are reinforced. Actually no, that's a lie. Actually no, there is Armour in the thighs as well, so at the side, so that'll protect your sides when you go down on your side or anything. That's going to be protected as well, and it's padded on top of that as well. Inside's really nice material. It feels cool to wear. It does get sweaty. I was out training for a few days in a row, and I did get quite sweaty. I had all leathers on. I had my leather jacket, my leather trousers, obviously my helmet on, and I did get quite hot and sweaty. But I would never go back to just jeans again. It feels good. You feel good as well, because you know you've got your gear. You see yourself in like a mirror or a reflection or something, and you think, yeah, cool, man. I've got all the right stuff. Yeah, I think you get a little bit more respect from other bikers as well. As a biker myself, when I see other people that don't have the right gear, I don't think, oh, he can't afford the right gear or he's not cool enough. I just think, man, you're not respecting the bike. You know, you're not respecting what it is. You're not taking it seriously. You know, that's just what I think. Maybe they are taking it seriously. And, you know, I'm not saying that I would never go out without some gear on. You know, if it's a really nice day, I might go out with just a helmet. I say that, whether I'd actually do it or not, I'm not too sure. You know, I'm really not sure. I'm tempted to do it. Just a helmet and gloves, a t-shirt, maybe some shorts or some jeans. Maybe jeans, a t-shirt, and some trainers. Maybe if I was going just local or on a little ride or something, or to the beach or something like that, maybe. Something where I wouldn't really wear leathers, you know. But that said, I've never done it while I've had gear, and it's, you know, I might do it. So I can't completely write off those people. But at the same time, when you're wearing all your gear, you feel the part, you look the part, it feels good. You know you're doing it right. So those are my kind of top items to get. Get a helmet, get a good helmet. Don't get a cheap helmet. You know, I've got a cheap helmet and I don't like it. I would never buy it again. I'd spend that extra money, £80, maybe £100. All them 150, 200, 300 pound helmets, they're cool. I'm sure they're great and that, but I know that I only need an £80 helmet to do the business and do it good. So £80 on a helmet. Get some gloves. Spend like £30 to £50 on some decent gloves. Get ones with good finger armour. Get studs on the palms as well. Get those. Get some good boots with ankle protection and solid toes, because those are two things that once they hurt, you know, once your ankle's busted and your toes are busted, you'd be surprised how much you need them. You don't realise until they're hurt, and it affects everything. You can't go nowhere, you can't walk. It's mad. So get some good boots. Get a good jacket, man. Don't wear like just any old jacket or anything. If you're gonna do good, you know, if you're gonna do riding a lot, you're gonna want that waterproof jacket, and you're gonna want that windproof as well. And get the Armour. Luckily for me, well, I did land on my back that one time when I landed on the roundabout. When I came off on the icy roundabout, I landed on my back, and I had that Heinz jacket on, so I didn't feel any pain or anything in my back. And maybe I could have landed on a stone, could have landed on a bump or something. That would have helped. You know, if you don't have that, who's to say? You know, I'm not trying to scare you into getting it. I'm just saying these are good things to have. And you know, I've had a few accidents. I'm still here. And get some good trousers, man. When you know the main thing about the trousers is when it rains, because your legs are in a static position, they don't move. Only your feet move. They just soak up all the water, and it's like you get off your bike, your crotch is wet, everything's wet, and you're like, oh man, this is not the lick. You know, you don't want to have to bring spare trousers everywhere. So yeah, get some good trousers. Those are my top items. Anything else? Not really. In terms of clothing, those are the things you should get. Oh yeah, also one really cool but underrated item is the headscarf. My dad got me one when he got me that jacket, and I never really thought about wearing it before, but with the helmet, my good helmet, the padding, the lining doesn't come out. So with the sweatband, it does get sweaty here. With the headscarf, what you can do is you can put the headscarf over your forehead and your hair and everything, and it's not like a women's headscarf, it's a biking headscarf. And that stops all your sweat from your hair and your forehead and everything soaking up into the helmet. And you can just take the headscarf off and wash that. So that alleviates the need for all that removable stuff in the helmet. Definitely an underrated piece of gear to get. Alright people, it's been a bit of a long video, waffled on a bit, but I hope I've showed you a few things to give you a few ideas of what to get if you're getting all new stuff. Those are the basics I think you need. Anything else, you know, feel free to explore. There's a ton more stuff that you can get, little bits and bobs and that, but I think those are the essential items that anyone should get. Alright people, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.